If you recall in one of my earlier videos, I showed you how to do the knit stitch, and then what's called garter stitch fabric, where you do the knit stitch on both sides of the fabric as you're knitting. What I'm going to show you in this video is how to do the purl stitch, which is essentially the opposite of a knit stitch. So let's take a look here. If you remember, to do the knit stitch, you put the needle through from front to back, wrap your yarn, and pull it through. To do the purl stitch, we're going to basically do the opposite. We're going to stick our needle through from back to front. Now you're going to make sure that your yarn is hanging to the front of your needle. Needle through from back to front, wrap it around, pull it through, slide the old loop off. Back to front, wrap it around, slide it through, pull the old loop off. Front. And if we just continue this way, we will get a row of purl stitches. Now, to just look at a row of purl stitches, it looks very similar to the garter stitch fabric. If you see here, these little bumps are called purl bumps. And it looks like your garter stitch fabric did as you were knitting it with knitting stitches on both sides. Now, if I wanted to do purl stitches on both sides, I'm going to end up with basically garter stitch. With this, when I'm doing the same type of stitch on both sides. But to get what's called stockinette fabric, we're going to alternate. We just did a row of purl. If I flip my work around and I do the next row of knit, which we put the needle through from front to back, wrap it around and pull it off. If I do this entire row of knit stitches, then we're going to get an entirely different looking fabric called stockinette. So let's take a look here. You can start to see it already with just the two rows that I've done. Stockinette fabric is purl bumps on one side, and the other side is these neat little columns of V-shaped stitches. So if we just continue with that, I just did a knit row. If I do my next row of purl, and then the next row of knit, and just keep alternating, the fabric's going to look like this. It'll continue being the V stitches on one side and the bump stitches on the other. And that is stockinette fabric and the purl stitch.